Welcome to Math 21. It's the AM. Beautiful day outside. Traffic is flowing smoothly. Be watching out. A little obstruction on the Albert Street Bridge today, so give yourself some extra time. We're looking at personal banking. Big money there, $50 bill. Woo! Let's flip. What are we going to be looking at here with personal banking? Well, this is part of our earning and spending money. I think I had asked earlier, only one of you has a bank account. Is that true? You do? You guys don't? Or you do? Do you have a bank account? Bank account? You should be aware of some things. So there's a bunch of topics here we're talking about. Service fees, though. I've already mentioned some things about using the wrong ATMs and stuff. But let's flip. There's 5 pages in here. And there's all these words here. I'm going to run through a few of them. Account balance. How much you got in the bank. It's your balance, the word. An ATM, usually I hear ATM, sometimes ABM, but automated teller or bank machine. You guys see them all the time, right? Not all ATMs are the same. So like I said, if you're banking with Scotiabank, you can usually use, depending on your account, you can use theirs and have no extra charges. But if you're a Scotiabank customer and you use a Royal Bank machine, you're probably going to get another $2, $2.50 added on to your account. Then there are some private ones that aren't belonging to any particular bank at all, and they charge fees to anybody. You really need cash, you're going to use them, but I mean, try not to. Plan ahead if you need cash. Because you get charged, I don't know, some charges, I don't know, maybe $5. I don't use them. Automated. Well, that's money that goes out of an automated payment. I have some things that are my mortgage, so automated things, stuff like this. I never see the money; it just gets zip right up. The bank account, if you know, this is a check. This is for old people. You guys know what checks are, though, right? I don't write checks too often anymore. 20 years ago, I wrote lots of checks, but now I do most of my banking. There'll be a need, though. Every once in a while, you got to do a paper check for something. You can slip into a bank and get some, just kind of like a little check here and there. You know, a checking account is one that you can use like that. Depositing is putting money into the bank. Individual account as opposed to a joint. Often, if people are married or living together, they have a joint account where both people can access their money. Individual account is what you guys probably have. Sometimes, though, actually, I know with my children, until the age of 16, the 2 oldest had sort of joint accounts with me so that I could take a look. It was mainly because, especially when they were 7 or 8, we get money from grandma and grandpa and stuff like this, birthday money. I'd put it in their bank account because I would do it. I didn't trust them to know how to do that. So you might have a joint account. I don't know. Interest. It's a charge you get when you borrow money that's not your own. So if you borrow $100 from the bank, you got to pay back more than $100. And there's some interest, extra money added on. How else do they make money? The minimum balance. Some bank accounts have a minimum balance. As long as you keep it above that, you don't get charged service fees. So other ones you can, whatever. Anyways, there's a reason for this. Overdraft is when you spend more than in your account. Personalized, okay. Savings account has a higher interest rate, but then usually you can't take money out of it as much without getting a penalty. Stale dated checks are old checks. If I write you a check and you don't cash it half a year later, you can't cash it. Put in a stop payment. If I wrote you a check, not that this happens, then I realize, oh crap, for whatever reason, I can put a stop on it. And if it hasn't been cashed yet, it won't be able to be cashed. Withdraws to take out money. Transaction is just something. That's a lot of words. But what do you already know? Okay, there's money accounts. You can have a bank or a credit union. I actually use a credit union. It works the same. There's what in this town? Affinity, I think, Connexus, and TCU. They both have the same kind of accounts. I don't even worry too much. Go with something that you see the most machines for. It's probably the best idea. Because you'll waste money if you have some bank you can't find machines for, and then you got to take out money off someone else's. Okay. Vocabulary. We just went over a lot of these words. So we're not going to pick two words. We'll get you to the point where. Here, now flipping the page to service fees. What's service fee? It's something you pay to the bank. Sometimes for taking out money, for checks, for overdrafts. That's usually not included. Overdraft, spending more money. Anyways, transferring money. How do they work? Sometimes they are charged every time you use them. Depends on your account. Sometimes some are, you might pay a lump sum for service fees, even if you don't use them at all, so on. But 33% of Canadians say they pay no service fees. I don't. You can find accounts, and that's part of the reason why I do my banking where I do. Anyways. As I mentioned, if you 75% of the Canadians use their own bank's automated teller, they don't pay the extra fees. It's a smart thing to do. So, I want you guys to read on here, page 8, and then try page 9. There's some arithmetic to do. This, put a star on it, is what you need to do. Then stop there. Page 9 is the work you need to do. Read page 8. Try page 9. The math is easy. It's just sort of taking some time to be familiar with this stuff, okay? You got about 10 minutes right now. You can get going on this, okay? I'm going to stop the recording. There's not much to it.